The first 2 months of the regular season down. What will the final 2 bring us as we're off in Week 9? That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback.
Check out! Line 674! Watch the car! Hey, check.
They'll run on first down. Anthony. And he'll wind up with about 6 up past the 30 to the 31. The game's first play produces 6 yards. Brings up second down. 6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4.
At the 31-yard line.
Here's Locke. And on the left sideline, he caught it, but out of bounds, according to the head linesman. Incomplete, so the ball a little late getting there, and it's 3rd down. And they'll look to avoid an early 3 and out here on 3rd and 4. A shotgun snap for Locke. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield, complete. And he's going to have the first down yardage to the 35. They have the first down with that gain of 4 yards. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Now the former 4th-round pick, it's Kalen Ballage. 2 yards on the carry there. Will be 2nd down.
Jerry Tillery on the stop. 2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8 at the 37-yard line.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Throwing is Locke. Throwing the out route, incomplete. That's Briggs. And he's brought to the ground with another first down at the Chargers' 44-yard line.
First and 10 at the 44-yard line.
So from Charger territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line.
Let's go.
Out of the gun, Locke. And this is caught. I think he got that with one hand. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion.
What a catch, and one-handed, and I'm starting to lose my awe about the play, and maybe I shouldn't. How much of this is the player? How much of it is the glove?
Well, those gloves, they do have a little grip to them,
They
don't
get a
they?
little extra tackiness to them now, and I know the guys in the NFL, the competition committee, some other places, they're talking about examining those gloves to see if they're having too much of an effect on the game.
They got 2 of the 3 they needed there. Leaves them with 3rd and just a yard. They run it with Ballage. And he's able to get it to the 33. Good enough for a first down. Just enough to get the first down there with a 1-yard pickup.
First and 10 at the 33-yard line.
On first down, Anthony. And that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11. Here's Locke. He's going to air one out. And that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's third down. Those passes out that far wide always make you hold your breath a little bit. Felt like it was in the air for a while.
What it does is allows a defender to gain some ground, come from a long distance, and have a chance to affect the pass.
Watch the flood.
Throwing on third down, Luck. Well, he's going to go for it all. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Derwin James with a pick. And he will take it on out to the 20-yard line. Last week, somehow they won. He threw all those picks, but they still won. Here, opening drive, unfortunately, he picked up where he left off.
Partner, you get a lot of extra patience when you find a way to win despite you making mistakes. But starting out again this game, that patience is going to wear thin really quick. And I think the guys on the defensive side of the ball will be the first ones to let him know that's got to stop.
They'll run. This is Melvin Gordon. No gain on the play there. Second down. And he got off the end there very quickly to make that play.
Yeah, it was almost like the bullet train, wasn't it? I mean, just zoom. Quick. And what a terrific play, holding them to no gain.
The rush defense stout on first down. Here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. They'll fake the handoff with Savage. Eluding the pressure right. On the run, he'll let it go deep, right sideline. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be third down. They had the incomplete pass on second down. Now they need a big play here, 3rd and 10. Savage from the shotgun snap. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off around the 41. And his guys are going to get the football at the 37-yard line. So a pretty shaky start here for both sides.
Yeah, each quarterback's throwing a ball to the other team. Do you think on both sidelines they're sitting them down and saying, okay, remember, this is the color jersey we're wearing. They're wearing the other color. Let's make sure we get it to our guys, please.
They'll run on first down. Anthony. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Now he's going to swing this one out to his running back. Call it a 3-yard gain, and that'll bring up a third down.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
They had great starting position to begin the drive, but now they look up at a 3rd and 5.
Hey, orbit. 91 is the mark. Hey, tight.
From the gun, here's Love. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he's able to get the first here as he's taken down at the 25. Now Luck. And a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete. Well, let's see who this is on. So the contact came before the ball got there, and the flag is thrown.
Timing is everything, isn't it? And it's so hard to cover these great receivers. They have such great body control, and they can fake you out. In this case, as you described, got there before the ball got to the receiver. Penalty flag had to come out.
And this play doesn't go anywhere. Backwards, losing yardage to the 11. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's 2nd down.
Absolutely love the effort there. The ability to flow from his inside spot and stop that one at the line of scrimmage. Nice linebacker play.
This will probably be the last play of the quarter. 2nd down and goal. Luck got his man. That's Tyrell Williams. And he'll be taken down as that will take us to the end of the first quarter of play. No score after 1 on EA Sports. The Raiders on 3rd down. They've been good, 3 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and goal.
Check, check. Fresno, Fresno, Fresno.
Love. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 9. 4th down now after a loss of 2. Well, this is how you shape the thoughts of that interception on the last drive. You come out and start this one 4 for 4.
And watching him throw it around with that type of confidence reminds me of a guy I played with way back when who told me, I don't care if I throw 10 interceptions in a row. I'm going to stay confident, keep flinging it. I just figured there's something wrong with the football.
After the made field goal, Carlson now sets up to kick this away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. The Charger drive about to get going. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, only gave up 3 points off of that, so it shouldn't be a difficult hole to overcome.
It really shouldn't, as long as they're not listening to the chatter coming from the other side, because when you throw a pick, look, I know defensive backs, they have a tendency to be a little bit loud after they take one away, but they also have a tendency to gamble a little bit more, thinking they'll get a second one. Maybe they can take advantage of that with some double moves.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Now Gordon. And an alley to run. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. That one good for 13 and a Charger first.
Tremendous blocking by the interior of the offensive line. They didn't just gash him there. They blasted a gaping hole for him to gallop through. I think if he comes back to the huddle, he better be giving them a whole lot of credit and thanking them for that much space to rumble.
So following the run by Gordon, here's 1st and 10. Out of the gun, Savage. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
I spent a lot of extra time preparing for this game, watching this offensive line, because they gave up 5 sacks last week in their loss. They just gave up another one now. They don't seem to be working together as a cohesive unit. Right? 4 guys might have it right.
Well, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more.
Okay, let's go back a little bit and see if my schooling comes to the front. What's that old saying? Those who forget the lessons of history are doomed to repeat them. That's the same guy who's gotten back-to-back sacks. I think a double team may be in order.
Savage now. And Thomas has it. And he'll get this one way up just shy of the 45-yard line. 21 yards there on 3rd down.
21 yards. 1st down, Los Angeles.
Here we go.
A pair of 1st downs gives him a 1st and 10 up at the 44.
Danny, look at me. Door. Check, five.
From the gun, here's Savage. That's complete to John Ross. And he's able to get this way down deep into enemy territory. A big change in field position there. That's 40 yards on the catch and run. So after the big play, look at this, all the way down at the 15 now on 1st and 10. Now inside the red zone, Savage. And it's caught. And he couldn't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. And between the last 2 plays, they've moved it over half the length of the football field.
Set the tone, defense. Let's go.
And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Chargers. It's their quarterback. His 9th touchdown of the season. And the Chargers have taken the lead. Extra point by Marr, up and good. And that makes it a 7-3 lead. Now after the touchdown, it's Lachlan Edwards to kick it away. This fielded at the 2. And he'll take it a yard or so past the 20, call it the 21-yard line.
At their own 21-yard line.
The offense for Las Vegas about set to begin the drive. And, you know, certainly a lot of football left to be played. We're not into December yet, but right now where we stand, they're first place in their division, looking good, looking to be a threat come January.
And let's think about what every team has in their goals, all right? Number one goal is what? Make the playoffs. Number two goal is win your division. Number three goal, and the biggest goal, I think, is to be the highest seed possible that you can be heading into the playoffs so that you can have as many home games as possible to try and get you to the Super Bowl.
And right now fighting for every win possible to try to at least secure home field for the wild card and or divisional round.
At the 42-yard line.
2 minutes to play in this first half. 7-3 our score. And we remind you, coming up at the half, we'll join who, Charles?
The coach.
The coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from games in progress, as well as scores from earlier today.
The coach.
Sorry, we get slap happy up here sometimes. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Joey Bosa in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
Check up. Wide, baby. Cross. Back to you. I'm going back to you. 91 is the mic. Check. Check 91. 91 is the mic. Mike 91. We all run it.
3rd and long. It's locked. He's going to air one out. And that's caught inside the 30. And all the way down to the 22-yard line. A big play that time for the Raiders. 48 yards. So the big play gets them all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10.
He don't want it. Check 91.
Now it's locked. Throwing over the middle, and it's incomplete.
This defense has been very disruptive early on as they force another one to go awry.
Seems to be the front and the back end. Pass rush, they've been able to get home, and they're taking the ball away in coverage as well.
I love how you put it together. The front and back working in sync. Only way to play good defense.
22-jet bombers. Mike 91. Watch the slap. Hey, Haywood.
On 2nd and 10, Locke. High throw, but he makes the catch. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs, as we just saw there.
On 3rd down, Anthony. And he gets the 1st down yardage before he's brought down just outside the 10 at the 11. They're able to convert with a gain of 4. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And here he'll get it down to the 7. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the first half.
2nd and 6 at the 7-yard line.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6.
You 11B. 49. Mike 40. Hey, Echo. Let's get that ball here. Let's get that ball right here. 49, guys. Mike, 49. He don't know. Hey, check. 49.
To throw is Locke. Dancing to his left. Toward the pylon, caught. Now the Raiders going to go ahead and use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 13 seconds to play in half number 1. So it's 1st and goal and a great opportunity to get that lead back before the break. Luck now to throw. Flushed out right. And that's going to be caught for a Raider touchdown. In for the score. And once again, the Raiders are back out in front.
That's one of the better examples of clock management I've seen. Whittled it all the way down just about and still put the ball in the end zone.
And just a methodical drive and something really to take into the lockers here. Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 as he's taken down right at the 20. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. The Charger drive about to get going. Likely time for just one final play, and then it'll be off to the locker room to talk about how they can erase this deficit.
Yeah, and I think a lot of people look at it and go, well, maybe you take a shot here. Maybe you get some momentum going into the half. What's the flip side of that? You do something crazy, quarterback gets hit, ball comes.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. And play is stopped here. Timeout. It's the defense calling the timeout here. So, boy, that's already the third they burned here. They are out of timeouts now before we've even hit the fourth quarter. Thank you, sir. A field goal separates these two teams as we come back for this second half. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line.
Let's go.
The Charger drive about to get going. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive, stay up with this team. We're just starting the second half, and we've got the football. Let's go ahead and punch it in, and then we'll take it from there.
See how that recipe works. He'll be brought down on the 30-yard line after a gain of 6. With that last carry, he's now over 8,000 career rushing yards.
All right, big applause. Lots of clapping for this one, right? Think about it this way. Along the way, he has passed Hall of Famer Terrell Davis, and now he's starting to approach another Hall of Famer in Larry Zonka.
And all the way down to the 29. Trailing here in the third, and that run might just be the spark that this offense needs.
And don't you just get the sense that he's going around not just in the huddle, but looking over at the bench and saying, ball, give me the ball. Let me carry this thing home.
Give him maybe a yard, quite the opposite from the previous big gainer.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. That second down play nets a -4.
It's real easy to say this running game needs to be better, but the reality is they've been given little time to actually find a place to run the football. It's almost like the defense is there on the handoff.
Set, ready, 60 outlaw, recon, 132 fighter. Check 13. Ready?
Third and long. It's Savage. He's going to let this go for the end zone. And incomplete, almost intercepted. Had a great shot at picking that off in the end zone. And now fourth down. And this is right down the middle as he puts it through. And that will knot us up at 10. So they come away from this opening drive of the third quarter with only 3, but it does draw them even.
Yeah, and that has to be job one, doesn't it? A touchdown definitely would have been nice. We know that. But here, you get back on even terms, and now you've got most of the second half to try and get yourself into a position to win.
So we're right back where we started, all even as the kick's away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line.
Let's go, let's go, let's go.
First and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. Last time they were out here, they had the benefit of good field position, led to a touchdown. This time, they're going to have to work for it.
They are, but with that last drive that culminated in a touchdown, I think they carry that confidence into this one. Doesn't matter where you start with the football now, they have to feel great about their opportunity.
Mike 51, Mike 51.
On first and 10, Love. Got a man on the right sideline. It's Briggs. A big play that time for the Raiders. 46 yards.
I know we love our jobs, and pretty much any play we see, we're pretty, excited about. But big plays, let's face it, that's what we absolutely live for. How about that one?
That was great. And what our camera missed was the fist pump from the sideline after that catch. They're fired out. That's a big game. Now a man open down the middle of the field. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. That one good for 13 and a Raider first down.
Let's go, D. Let's go.
On first down, Anthony. And he'll get it down this time to the 17. Yeah, give him 4 yards there. It'll be second and 6. From the 17, Luck incomplete. How about the defensive effort from both of these teams that we've seen in this game?
Would you say it's like a high-stakes chess match right now?
Chess is one way to go. Yeah, I like it.
Okay, the only reason I say that, you feel like they're contemplating their moves before actually making one, and none of them being done very confidently.
Truth be told, I've never played chess, and I know that I'm not smart enough to play chess. Guys like you with your IQ, you can pull that off.
Hey, you got 3.
From the gun on third down, Love. And he will find his man on the end route, complete. And he will have the first down inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a first and goal. They'll try and run for it on first and goal. And they go the wrong way on this one. Losing yardage back at the 12. That'll set them back with a loss of 3 on the play. And that'll make it second and goal.
Let's go, D. Check 91. 91 is the money.
Back to throw. Love. To the goal line, but it's incomplete. He was trying to hit Thomas that time, but now it's third and goal.
Once you get into the red zone and the safeties have less ground to cover, you'd better be quick with your delivery. Not much space to get a ball in there.
Yeah, when that field shrinks with those safeties, it's almost like there's a couple extra defenders out there, right?
It certainly is. They end up taking up extra space just because there's not enough space for receivers to run through.
Well, they've been so good on third down all day long. Can they convert another here on third and goal?
We got 3.
Here's Love. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback when he delivers the ball.
They had it first and goal, 3 attempts, couldn't get it in, so they settle for 3.
Yeah, the field tends to shrink a little bit the closer you get to the goal line, doesn't it? It doesn't sound right. It sounds a little counterintuitive, but you run out of space to run the deep routes, so they can just sit on the shorter stuff if you're going to throw it. If you want to run it, there's just not as much space. They end up having to take 3 there.
And in hindsight, probably should have stayed where he was, as he'll only get back to the 16-yard line.
16-yard line.
Ready.
The Charger drive about to get going. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so...
Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And the Raiders pick it up. And he won't get in, but you can't be set up any better than that. They'll have the ball at the 1-yard line. Holding on to the football becoming a little bit of an issue. He had 2 fumbles last week, remember.
I played for a guy that used to talk all the time about creating turbulence in the pocket, making the quarterback...
And he's over the line and in for a Raider touchdown. A great effort there. His 6th touchdown of the season. And the Raiders take advantage of field position on the turnover to cash this one in. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. This one taken from the 7. And he'll get it up just past the 20, and his guys will go to work at the 21-yard line. The Charger drive about to get going, and they had the fumble last time that led to a touchdown. That's a no-no. We'll see what they do here this go-around.
A big no-no. Put that in capital letters. Turning it over, the other team takes it down and scores. That can be a deflator for a football team. Now it's up to the offense to get back out on the field and pick things up.
No, they're out there. We'll see if they can pick those things back up. Throwing on 2nd and 8. Savage. That's complete. It's Collins. And they work this well upfield across the 45. 22 yards there, a first down. And this should be the final play before the quarter ends.
First down, Chargers.
The first down throw coming. Savage. And that one not to be. It's incomplete. So they couldn't hook up as time has now run out on this 3rd quarter of play. Back now in Las Vegas. Welcome back, everybody. It's Charger football, but they trail here as we get going in quarter number 4.
Watch the twist. Watch the twist.
2nd and 10, going with Savage again. And his throw here is incomplete.
His struggles finding open receivers continue. I don't know the last time I saw him this inconsistent throwing the football.
It would be hard to find a date when he was this inconsistent. You know, in his locker, he keeps the word poise printed on an 8.5 by 11 sheet of paper. He needs to find that poise right now.
He certainly does. And
he rifles one that's intercepted. Jonathan Abram picks it, and he'll take it across midfield and down to the 48-yard line.
Partner, we always talk about possessions being at a premium in these games, and now in this situation, throwing an interception here when you have to claw your way back in, that one's going to hurt, and in a big way.
After the interception, it's Love, and they're going to get him. He's taken down for a sack back at the 47-yard line. Uchenna Nwosu able to record his 5th sack of the season. So after the sack, here's 2nd and 14. Throwing is Love. His throw incomplete. Just a little beyond the reach there of his receiver. That's probably one he wishes he had back.
He wishes it had been 7-on-7 in practice, or maybe even routes versus air, because that's a completion he makes, what, 9.9 times out of 10? Just missed that one.
Check 91. 91 is the mic. Mic 91. Here we go, G. 91 is the mic. Hey, watch them. Quo. Check 91. 91 is the mic.
Out of the gun, Luck. And fights him off. Shreds the tackle. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Joey Bosa in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year.
Brandon, what I remember most about playing with guys who knew how to rush the passer, they would just tell you, just cover people for me just long enough for me to get there. And that's exactly what happened on that play.
We'll call that a punt of 54 yards. Well struck. And the Chargers will be backed up deep to begin their drive as they take over 1st and 10. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. Open man is Ross, complete. And he's able to get this one all the way past the 30. 23 yards, the final tally. Now Gordon on 1st down. There goes Melvin Gordon. And all the way in for a Charger touchdown. Melvin Gordon, his 3rd touchdown now on the year, as they are now just an extra point away from making this a 3-point game. The PAT good. It would draw him closer, but hold on just a second. A flag is down on the field. Well, when you're leading in the 4th quarter, that's not the penalty you want.
Not at all, and now your discipline comes into question. Having poise this stage of the game, you can't have those kind of plays.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. We saw a number of good games earlier today. This one might top all of those. It's been a dandy as we come up on 1st and 10. They'll start on the ground with Balaj. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there. Offensively with the lead, you want to run the ball, keep the clock going, but you also want to still kind of be in attack mode too, right? So how do you do that and not come back on your heels?
Yeah, think about all the practices we've watched where they have that tempo period to go over things just like this, where they describe the scenario, tell you what they're looking for, and make sure that they're still attacking, yet at the same time not going so fast as to leave too much time on the clock.
That one a 1st down pickup of 8. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Here's Luck. He'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. Give him a 1st down, 15 yards that time for the Raiders.
These guys are running offense like you drive. The pedal is down, stomp down. How about that? Back-to-back completions. They are rolling.
So much for being conservative and running that football.
Check up. Line 40. 11Z. 49, guys. Mike.
Hey, high 7.
From the 50, it's Luck. Chargers able to get the pressure and bring him down. The Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on 2nd down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18.
Check 91. 91 is the mic.
Here's Luck. And he almost had it defensively. Could have been a game changer there in this 2nd half. Instead, it's 3rd down. This a very important drive, and that incompletion leads to a very important 3rd down here if they're going to try and get the football back.
Yeah, getting it back, absolutely crucial to their chances to try and win this game. I would expect a lot of pressure here. They can't afford to let them continue to get 1st downs and eat away at the clock.
Now Luck. He's going to wind up and air it out. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Desmond King picks it. And he is all the way up past the 25. Just a little bit of a rough stretch. 6 interceptions now in these last 2 weeks combined.
I know the easy thing is to go back to mechanics, footwork, things of that nature. I'm also wondering, is he getting fooled by what he's seeing on defense? Has the scouting report changed? Are they showing him things different than what he expected? For the 2nd week in a row, he's throwing it to the guys in the wrong color shirts.
Yeah, he better figure, whatever the reason is, he better figure it out. Looking for more there on 1st down, but this throw downfield, incomplete.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually that becomes man on man, and you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of...
And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off near the 32. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Raider defense delivers a score. Short throw, pick six right there, those linebackers. They love when those short throws come and those eyes get real wide, don't they?
How about the anticipation on the play? Reading, reacting, and then the ability to catch the football and take it in the opposite direction.
This one taken just inside the 10. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25.
At their own 26-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going.
Defense wins championships, baby.
Coming off the pick six, it's Savage. He's going to float this over the middle, deep. That's caught inside the 20. And he's able to get this way down deep into enemy territory. It's a big one there for the Chargers. 63 yards. They'll run on first down. Gordon, he'll get this down inside the 10 for a pickup of about 3. The excellent play last time is followed by a much more routine gain of 3. On 2nd and 7, Savage. And the return won't go anywhere. They'll be back deep in their own territory at the 2-yard line. Charles, whatever's going on between his ears right now, it's just not completely calculated correctly. 7 picks between last week and this week after that one.
And they always say the most important part of a player is those 6 inches between the ears. But right now, it's all those interceptions that are going on. So whoever his trusted confidant is on the sidelines, I don't know if it's the offense coordinator, quarterback's coach, maybe the backup quarterback, that's who he needs to get with now and get himself calm.
For the touchdown. Kalen Balazs, 98 yards. And the Raiders able to extend that advantage. And that run massively increased his production in this game, and now he's over 100 yards.
And break out your calculator, partner, because his yards per carry went up significantly, right? Big-time jaunt all the way to the end zone.
The Chargers take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. And they had a nice little drive going last time. Threw the interception in the red zone. Costly.
Bad enough to throw it anywhere, but that drives coaches insane when they're thinking about, hey, we got a shot at points already. We're already in a spot where you're thinking you got 3 on the board for sure.
And my goodness, another interception. Jonathan Abram picks it. And the return this time will go out to the 42-yard line. So it's Raider football as we get you reset. And no doubt what they're looking to do is just salt away the final couple of minutes and escape with a win. Now a throw here to his running back. Whistles now and a timeout. So defensively they burn it here with 1:51 left. Call it a 1-yard gain on the play. And that'll make this a second down. And he'll give it here to his running back. Chargers going to use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next.
He continues to struggle to find a crease to break off a big one and might need to just put that aside and just try and ram his way forward and get what he can.
Throwing on 3rd down, Luck. And the Chargers rush is going to get there. Down he goes. Joey Bosa, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. He gets us away. It's a good one, drawing toward the sidelines. And they won't risk defending a return here. That one's out of bounds, and it'll be spotted at the 14-yard line. The Charger drive about to get going. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride.
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, "Who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time." But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
Yeah, probably just want to put this one behind them. Throwing on 2nd and 3. Savage. Blitz coming, and down he goes. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages.
Come on, set. 90, Wolf. Down.
Throwing on 3rd down. It's Savage. And that'll wind up incomplete. Bold play call there. Now it's 4th down. And a tough ask here. They're going to go for it on 4th down and 9. So here we go on 4th. Savage. And this is going to be incomplete. So they tried to go for it for pride, but it really wouldn't have mattered. This one, it was already determined.
No doubt about it. This one was over a while ago.
On 1st down, Anthony. And they're going to lose some on this play. Being knocked back to the 18. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down. So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the 1st down run goes backwards. Luck going to throw it. And caught by Thomas for a Raider touchdown. Michael Thomas with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Raiders able to extend that advantage. And his kick is good, and flags fly as well. Some frustration showing through right now. This is going to be a roughing call. After the roughing penalty on the PAT, they'll kick off from 15 yards further upfield. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he's going to get taken down inside the 10 at about the 8-yard line.
Let's go!
Let's go. 60 outlaw.
56.
You ain't doing nothing today. You ain't doing nothing today.
Get it.
You ain't doing nothing today.
Just what you want on a 1st down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's 2nd and 2.
And over.
Big stop, G. Big stop. Let's go.
Big grip. Big grip.
One last throw here for Savage. And he's going to be brought down. Back at his own 6-yard line. A big offensive explosion helped leading them to victory. And the defensive guys, they're just saying, hey, put those points up every week. We'll just keep winning.
They will gratefully accept them, won't they? It makes their job that much easier when they're scoring that many points. Allows them to play with a totally different style and a different flow.
So for the home team here, the win here means it'll be a 7-1 first half of the season. And they'll get to stay home again next week. Meanwhile, for our visitors, things are kind of getting ugly as they drop to 1-7 now on the year. And they'll try to turn things around next week as they have a matchup in New Orleans against the Saints. So for our entire crew,